Sweet Evil ended up being a really great film. And I say ended up because I didn't enjoy probably the first third. The middle third was a little bit okay, but the final third was pretty fabulous. This was released in 1996. It's directed by René Eram, and it's written by David Thoreau, with a cast including Seiko Matsuda, Bridgette Wilson-Sampras, Scott Cohen, and Peter Boyle. It's because of Peter Boyle that I became aware of this. He's in it a little bit. I was happy enough with that. And in general, I think I'm glad I had a reason to watch this. It's about a couple, Naomi and Mike, who can't have children, so they look into surrogacy. And Jenny becomes their surrogate, and she lives with them. They realise that this will be the easiest way to make the transition, so she stays in their house. But she's disturbed, I think is the best way to put it. There's something about Jenny that's very unnerving, and as the film progresses, her behaviour really escalates, and it's very clear that she's not to be trusted. But why? And of course I'm not going to answer that. But I will say the character of Jenny, very, very well written, really brilliant performance from Bridgette Wilson-Sampras. I thought she gave a really, really great performance. The rest of the characters are fine, really good performances. But that character, absolutely fantastic. I will say the beginning scenes with her, basically the scenes before she moved into the house, they weren't that interesting. I didn't really think they worked very well. Yes, they were trying to show us her character, but I don't think it was necessary, and I didn't really enjoy those aspects. But the more time we spent with her, particularly in the house, that's when things got really interesting. And as I said, it did ultimately become a really compelling story, and I think the pace of the reveal of information was very, very well done. We don't find out anything sooner than I think we should have done, which is great because it really kept the suspense going, and ultimately I came away from it feeling quite satisfied with the experience. Very strong character writing, great performances. The narrative was not that interesting for quite a lot of the film, but when it became interesting, it was so powerful that I'd say it really made up for it. So not a perfect film by any means, but I still recommend it because the experience by the end of it was really satisfying. Very well done towards the end. Really great film ultimately. So it may not be perfect start to finish, but the great bits are really great. The character writing is very strong. The pacing of the reveal of various aspects of information very effectively handled as well. And for me, the added bonus of Peter Boyle. So Sweet Evil is ultimately a really good film because the great bits are amazing. The bad bits are kind of boring. There's nothing about it that's badly done necessarily. It's not that I don't believe anything that happened earlier on or that the performances weren't that engaging. Absolutely not at all. It's just simply I didn't find it interesting for a long time. So nevertheless, it got there in the end. I'll say no more. I don't want to give anything else away. If it sounds like a film for you, if you're looking for a solid mystery with some great character writing and you don't mind the quite slow start and not very interesting events for about the first half of the film, and you can look past that, then I'll say maybe it's one that's worth checking out. Ultimately, I was quite satisfied with the experience.